Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here with you today, and I have quite the battle for you today. Um, I don't always say that, but I mean, I'm telling you, I have quite the battle for you today. One that I think is possibly Jingles worthy, so I actually need to send it in to him still later. Maybe I could do that later today or something as this video goes live shortly after recording, same day. So, the Lenin. Now, those of you who have been hanging around know that I've featured, I think, the Lenin twice already, and then also had an upgrade and commander build video on it. The link to that will be in the description. But I really like the Lenin. I'm continuing to like it more and more than I thought I would. I just wanted to grab it before it left. I think it was update 0.10.5. It left the armory, and I thought, I feel like this is one of the battleships that I should purchase before it leaves. So I did, and I'm very happy. What I like about the Russian battleships in particular is their tankiness. And, you'll be at an angle where you think, oh, I think I'm going to take a good chunk of damage here, and then you don't. That's really nice. But now, especially with the Lenin, you have all three, 406mm turrets are on the front of the ship. So, you can angle really well, get those pop off the A and B turret. And then, when the enemy battleship, for example, fires, and you can show a little bit more angle and get that third turret off. But in general, it has pretty good firing angles, and that center turret is a 360-degree turning turret. So that's actually quite nice. So yeah, let's talk about the Lenin as we sail into the sunset here. I'm with hello everybody, fellow clanmate, a whale who is recently regretting whale decisions. So we give each other a hard time. So the Lenin. So as standard, you get high explosive armor piercing. You get the fast reloading damage control party. You get a limited amount of them, so 5. So they're active for a short amount of time, but their reload time is like pretty short. I think it's like 40 seconds. So that's nice, but it's limited, so you have to be wise in how you choose when to use those damage control parties. You also get heals. So we have 4 heals. I'd have to actually look at my build because I don't even remember. I feel like I'm just running over a 10-point commander on this guy. Fire prevention, so yeah, I don't quite remember. And then we have fighter plane. I'm pretty sure this is 10-point commander, and then just fire prevention I think is what I've gone for with the 10-point skill. I can edit that in I actually do have after doing the voiceover. But regardless, we're moving down here towards A. This is a destroyer who's already stepped on to the A cap. We're hoping to get some nice shots here on this broadside York, but kind of underwhelming. I was hoping to get a salvo in on the Leander there at the beginning, but he has done well to buddy up with the island because myself and Hello were eyeing him. So I did turn out a little bit there just in case there was an incoming salvo from something like the Amagi. He's going to be quite a pain as we will interact with him several times, as he also gets a cheeky shot off on us here shortly. Hello, everybody picks up first blood and just wrecking the broadside of that York. So my salvo has gone to waste. So now I want to move in further up here. I'm looking at the Bismarck. I don't have priority target with this build, so I don't know. I'm being actually targeted right now by the Amagi. And yeah, we take a decent salvo there from the Amagi, almost 14k damage. So yeah, so I will be looking to deal with him later. We get a nice, over 20,000 K salvo here on the Bismarck. I decide I want to go ahead and buddy up in on the island a bit more because we do have a destroyer. And if you look at the mini map, there's 2 destroyers that just popped up on the 3 line. And we have Angela Merkel. I think that's the ship that Jingles calls that. I think it's hysterical because I don't even know how to pronounce it. So if that's the Angela Merkel, then that's fine. I don't know. Maybe it's not that ship. But he's gone down, unfortunately, to the Fushun, and I think is a VIII also over here. So I'm already loading HE in case one of them decides to YOLO around the corner. I'm trying to be wise with that. We have the Issei, the hybrid tier 6 battleship. We are top tier, by the way, in this battle, as you can tell. Other things about the Lenin, well, she doesn't have the greatest of gun range on her main battery. If I'm looking at my recording screen, as there's a lot of torpedoes coming in on hello, I think it's like 18. 18.4 from the looks of it. So, I mean, to me, that's fair with the ship. I think Massachusetts is like 18 something, maybe 18.2. Maybe it's also 18.4. But we're going to reverse here. We'll just kind of give a little distance from the destroyers at the moment. They are deciding to come around. I can see on the mini-map that VIII is actually leaving. And hello, everybody. Tells me, hey, don't leave the cap. We need to stick in it. So we're going to try to slow this big girl down so we can grab the cap. And look at that. 0 seconds left. 0 seconds left. And that Fushun steps onto the cap. So knowing if that he's coming, it's not good to be sitting still if you have a destroyer that decides to kind of yellow around the corner. He's got the deep water torpedoes. So I decided it's time to move up. We're going to push him. Don't want to just be sitting here. I thought about firing, but there's this island in the way. And with a 33-second reload, I don't want to waste the salvo. And he's smoked up, so hello, everybody gets his torpedoes off, and he's going to turn in. Because ideally, there are going to be torpedoes on the way. So Fushun has left the cap, and now we're going to see if we're going to be able to finally take it. And nope. Reset again. And reset again. Got the 0 seconds again, you know. So I'm going to zoom in to the turret view because I want to see if my turrets are going to clear. And we're actually going to sequential fire our shots here. So I'm kind of following what the track is I think he's taking. And oof. So yeah, that was 5 out of 9 shells. Now the Amagi, in the meantime, he has moved up into the center of B cap. And his turrets are facing to his port. And here comes the Issei again. Originally, I wanted to go around the bottom of that left corner with hello, everybody. But this Amagi has changed things up. I'm hoping to get good salvo, but he just absolutely wrecks. Well, who was it? Leander blew up our Fuso. Kind of, they were double teaming him there. Because I really want to help. Hello, he's got a Bismarck, he's got an Issei, he's got a Fuso also coming down. But I'm concerned as soon as I turn away that this Amagi is going to slap the broadside of Lenin. That's, you know, weakness on almost any battleship, but that's especially true on Lenin. Because I have the Lenin and Fuso both can have a firing solution on me right now. But I see with the Issei here, so I decided, you know, if we're going, Amagi's still not looking at us. I'm going to turn my turrets and we're going to get rid of him because I'm tired of him sending torpedo planes in on us. And I aim a little high because I'm pretty sure I can get rid of him here. And in fact, we do get 4 penetrations. I'm checking on the Amagi again to see where his turrets are focused. They're not focused on us. But I am going to go ahead and turn out because it's Bismarck. He's focused on hello, everybody, and do eat a bit of fair amount of damage from the Fuso there. But my goal is I want to do as much damage as possible to this Bismarck before I'm going to have to turn my attention to Amagi. He's turning around to engage with me. Originally, I was hoping to support hello more here, but change of plans. As he was quite salty with me over change of plans. As you can see, his health is quite low, but he's gonna do well despite. You know, and there comes shots from the Fuso, shots from the Amagi. I am going to leave my secondaries on the Bismarck because they'll do a reasonable good job. You see, you have a 7.3 kilometer range on them, and they're still in good shape. And most all the secondaries are located on the stern of the Lenin. So my goal right now is to keep this island between me and the Amagi. I don't want to trade with him. When it comes to, you know, his health is going down, he's getting chewed up by the York at a distance. The Farragut's also chiming in, I think. So I don't want to trade with the Magi when it comes to a ram. Hello Everybody knocks out the Bismarck. And this is where the Magi gets quite cheeky because he knows his end is near. So with his last salvo, he's actually turned his turrets to hello, and he fires off the killing salvo, which was good for him because he made sure to take a ship out with him. The whale was not happy. And I'm using the wreck of the Magi. So you see the torpedoes were coming in. I figured they were. But this just ensures that we don't take any damage from those torpedoes, even though they don't do a lot of damage to our anemic torpedoes from a V.I.S.S. But, you know, if you can mitigate taking damage, the better off you are. Now I'll go ahead and pop a heal off here. I'm not in a good position. I have broadside to the Kansas, so I'm realizing the fragile position per se I'm in. There's the Leander, there's the Dutch cruisers, popping some shots off here and there. But now it's time to take out this Leander. I want to get rid of him out of the centered cap. Have Farragut that's looking to push into Bravo. The Leander smokes, but it's a very hard time for Leander to stop in time. So I make sure to keep my icon locked onto where he was. And we get the Citadel and get rid of him. So now we've moved up to our 4th kill. So it's good to see the ISE actually took out the V.I.S.S. with the torpedo planes, so good job there. So we don't have to worry about destroyer being at A, and now we can shift our focus. You can see the B turret, how it's a 360-degree turret, and how it's just turning back the opposite way. So the B turret is actually going to get on target first before the 1st and 3rd turret line up. So he's looking our way, so I kind of cancel my turn. I'm just kind of this kiting position. You can see it's relatively angled well when you're kiting away like this. Yeah, we don't take any damage there. And I do want to turn around. And what I want to do is kind of get turned around, and I have an angle towards the Fuso because he's moving in towards B, and get an angle towards the Kansas, because I'm curious to know if the Kansas is going to come into B or if he's going to go around the edge of B. So the Fuso is actually firing at the York, so it means this to make this turn is safe. Kind of seeing what's going on the screen here, and you can see we're behind score timer and cap-wise, but our Farragut just steps onto the cap, so he's going to slow them down in their points intake, and that is actually going to be huge, like massive, what the Farragut just did. And so you're going to see how that actually contributes later on. So go ahead and slow down. I'm getting myself more in this angled position here. The Fusos, I'm waiting for the ISE to kind of line this drop up, because Fuso, oh, I don't want to take torpedoes, I needed to turn away. And then we can kind of get this hopefully good broadside salvo in on him. He's still somewhat angled to us. Now he's showing a little bit more side. I move up a tiny bit more to get the 3rd turret off, and we'll see what this does. Because this Fuso has been proving to be incredibly hard to kill. He's been playing at distance, so. The Kansas has moved down around the outside of B, so now I'm shifting my attention to him. I'm trying to figure out where his turrets are facing in case it puts me in a vulnerable position. His turrets are facing the other way. I think he's actually looking towards the V.I.S.S. So I'm kind of trying to aim a little high on his belt here. Probably should have aimed a little bit higher because we mostly get non-penetration torpedo protection hits and just ricochets there. So needed to aim a little bit higher for the angle the Kansas was at. So now we're moving, going to accelerate forward slowly. The Fuso is about to go behind the island at B, so that means that I'm not going to have to worry about him here shortly, which is quite nice. We've gone dark actually because the Farragut has dropped a smoke screen, and you can see I'm just on the outskirts of the Fuso's detectability range where my concealment is, and now he's picked us up. So now I really want to just focus on dealing with the Kansas. So in moving up in this direction, I'm also speeding up getting the island between me and the Fuso. We do have the Dutch cruiser is moving in on the island as well, but the Fuso has been focused on trying to take out the cruiser, the York, or maybe he's firing at the ISE there. So focusing on the front bow, maybe incapacitated turret. I didn't focus too high on the superstructure there. And now we're going to move in. I'm going to try to get in a brawling distance range. The Kansas is actually doing really well to hold his fire because he was going for the Farragut, who got detected right at the end there. I think proxy detected. Or it was the Dutch cruiser that detected when he stepped out of the smoke. So yeah, so we're going to move in here. Here's the Issei dropping off his torpedoes. So he gets, looks like 2 hits there. And we're still behind on points. We no longer have the Farragut on B because naturally he's dead. So that puts us still in a really bad position. The enemy team still being ahead. I really want to take out the Dutch cruiser. And I knew I was choosing between the 2 of them. We don't get as much damage as I'd hoped. And so now we're dealing with the Kansas. And I'm not going to allow him to ram me. I'm going to slow down and I'm going to turn in. That means our turning circle is going to be tighter, which also means that we're going to help we better be able to angle. Now, the Kansas hasn't fired his rear turrets, I believe. And if you look at the angle that he fired his rear turrets from, it's not enough. So, this nice broadside for us, and bye. So, we've got the Kraken and the Confederate. I was actually so focused on the gameplay, I didn't realize I was at a Kraken Unleashed. That was fun, and I am going to accelerate and not steer here into the island because it'll just be faster to try to slow down, reverse, be able to reverse quicker, because I want to step on the cap as soon as possible because I realize the fragile position we are in terms of our points difference between ours and the enemy team. Now, V.I.I.I. has done a fantastic job. He's ran all the way up around, and he's capped C. That also made a huge difference. And really helping contribute to, it'll help keep us in the game longer here. Because now we're just over 3 minutes and 20 seconds before the match wraps up. Now I'm hoping the Dutch cruiser steps out here, but it apparently he's smarter than the average fish and knows that I'm here, even though I'm not detected. And he's not going to come out any farther because he's really hoping to get the broadside salvo into him. But the Issei's dumped torps. The Issei's just fired his main guns after dumping the torps. And then New York's going to go move in and engage him. So now my goal is to try to step onto the cap with New York, getting the cap progress that we need for points, and also deal with his Fuso up here and supporting our V.I.I.I. because our V.I.I.I. with his anemic torpedoes, he's not really a huge threat to Fuso. And so he's going to have to disengage from the cap. It looks like the Sashio, I didn't notice at first, but the Sashio had actually already stepped on to sea. And so I'm actually going to make a maneuver here. I pop my fighter planes because I think the Sashio, maybe he's going to come between these 2 islands here to my right. But he indeed is at sea, and we're going to realize that here shortly. So again, trying to get another salvo off. The Dutch cruiser is proving to be rather hard for our York and Issei to kill. But the York does finish taking him out and getting that kill. And now we get high caliber. So what's important right now with how much time is on the clock is we need to flip B as soon as possible. And it'd be really good to get another kill. So if we can focus on the Fuso and taking him out, that would be great. As the time's ticking, I'm only going to get a few more salvos off. And I switch to HE, and then once I made that decision, he decides to turn and show broadside. So most of that salvo is going to miss, which is a little bit frustrating because it didn't do much damage there. So this Fuso has proved to be hard to kill and get rid of. Our Issei is, as he's moving up into position, he's actually seeing planes. So maybe we'll figure out where the Sashio is. That will be good. And the Fuso is making this U-turn here. And I switched back to armor piercing, or I should here, yeah. And I'm trying to get this island out of the way of being between the 2 of us. I want to engage him. I don't know if Fuso was doing this on purpose or not, but I think he was just worried about eating torpedoes and so decided to turn around and make that maneuver. This is where I do make a mistake. You can see 45 seconds on the clock. I'm going to fire my front 2 turrets, and I would actually need to fire them like now to actually get them over the island in time to hit him before he goes behind the high part. So I waste the 2 turret salvo. It's kind of like, you know, into the battle, like, oh, we need the points, we need the points. You know, we're still behind on points right now. And Asashio smokes up there, and so I know where he is. So now I'm only gonna have enough time to get just my third turret off. So, but the points are getting closer. 768, 775. Time's ticking, time's ticking. 5 seconds. We're still behind. Still behind. Oh, the last second. 783 to 781. Huge, huge. So I felt so bad wasting that his first 2 turrets because I may have been able to take him out there fully there at the end, ensuring the win. But every second counts in World of Warships very often. We're going to take over 647,000 credits, 6,224 experience, 390 free XP with Confederate, Kraken Unleashed, Dev Strike, and High Caliber. With the 5 kills, 4 set on fires, Citadel hit, a solo cap, and an assisted capture as well. And we got a little bit of secondary hits in there as well. So, yeah, so topping the team with Hello Everybody. He got 2 kills, so 2,483. Or is that 88? Or 33? I can't tell. It's so hard sometimes with this recording screen to tell. So yeah, very close ending there. So here's the detailed report. So you can see our damage was quite spread out among those who we killed. And we did a really big chunk of damage to that enemy Bismarck, 51,000, all said and done. And then also you can see what damage we did to the Fuso. And we got a little bit in on the York and the Harlem. And I had a little love tap in there with Hello Everybody when entering A and maneuvering a little bit closer to the island. And you can see what we look like with premium account versus without premium account. So this battle, really close and really big. And I just realized that there was a point of having 2 videos today, one of which I slightly messed up. So actually next Friday, typical Flimsy here, next Friday we're going to reach 200 videos. And I thought that was today. So when this video goes up, there'll be the 198th video. And it's fun to compare when I had 100 videos uploaded some time ago on my Discord server. I shared what the views, watch hours, subscribers, impressions were. And then once we reach, let's see, it'll be Monday's video since I did 2 videos today. But on Monday, I'll share with you the difference from where this channel has gone from 100 videos to now to 200 videos. When I was looking at it a little bit ago on the YouTube analytics, it was quite staggering just to see how much of an increase between views, watch hours, subscribers, and the impressions of you guys interacting here on the YouTube channel. So I really appreciate that. And again, reaching 300 subscribers as of last night or today is also really epic. I really look forward to doing some sort of giveaway soon once my little boycott of giving wargaming any money is over. I think we still have a month or so to go, and then we'll look to try to do something contest or something just to give back to you guys for helping this channel grow, as I'm very appreciative. So if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. And if you haven't subscribed, thanks so much. I really appreciate it as we continue to grow the community here with you. So until next time, take care.